Okay, so distributive property. This refers to when we have brackets and we have some number in front of it. Anytime you have a number beside a set of brackets, it means multiplication, okay? And if this is a negative, technically you could see this as like -1 in front of this bracket, even though it's not there. When it's like that, what that means is we have to distribute the value in front. So because this is 5 times the brackets, that means 5 has to be multiplied by both terms inside the brackets. Okay, so we'll do that as the first step. So when we do that, what would 5 times y be?
5y.
Yep. And what would 5 times -3 be?
-15.
Good. Okay, so that's the first set of brackets. Now they're gone because we actually multiply through, the brackets kind of disappear and we're left with these two terms. Okay, there should always be however many terms are inside the bracket, that's how many you should be left with after you drop them. Okay. And the second one, and I'm going to rewrite this out. So it's -y minus 2 equals 19. Okay. And the second one here, technically you could think of this as being a -1. Okay. So I'm going to write that in kind of blue here. So if it's -1, I have to distribute -1 to each of the terms. So when we do that, let's keep these the same. 5y minus 15. What's a -1 times y?
1y, which would really just be y.
Yeah, but because this is a negative times a positive, it'll technically be -y, right? In the second one, what's -1 times -2?
Positive 2.
Yeah, that's right, +2.
I'm glad you're good at this.
And again, notice that because there were two terms, there's only two terms left here. All we got to do is remember our negative and positive rules. Technically with a negative, a really easy way of thinking of it, if there's no number there, whatever was in here before flips. So because this was positive and this was negative, this became negative and this became positive. That's like a really easy way to use if there's a negative in front of a bracket, okay? And then still it's all equal to 19, okay? So I'm going to write everything in black and then we're going to collect like terms. So 5y minus 15 minus y plus 2 equals 19. Okay, what are our like terms here?
5y and -y, and 15 and +2.
Excellent. 5y and -y. And then what are the other ones?
-15
Yeah.
and +2.
And what about this guy? Does he like term of anything?
I guess.
Which one do you think it would be a like term of?
+2.
Yeah, right? It's a constant. There's no variable attached to it. Okay, so just because it's on the other side of the equation doesn't mean it's not a like term with any of these. Okay, so because it's a constant term, it's actually a like term of these. So the whole idea is let's get our variables on one side of the equal sign. Always think of that like the middle, like we're balancing something. So we'll keep all of the yellow ones, the variables, on the left side. And we'll move all of our constants over to the right. Okay, so luckily I don't have to move anything with the variables. The variables are already on the left side, but my constants I'll move. I'm going to move 2 in one shot here. -15 will become what on the other side?
+15.
Yeah. And +2 will become what on the other side?
-2.
Excellent. So let's rewrite our new equation. Variables are only left on the left. I've moved the other two, so 5y minus y is equal to 19 plus 15 minus 2. Okay, so only variables on the left, constants on the right. Then we're going to collect all of our like terms. So what is 5y minus y going to be?
4y.
Yep. All right. Now this will be a little more difficult. 19 plus 15 minus 2. You want to use your calculators there?
32.
Yeah, great. 32. Excellent. Now remember, the actual goal is to get y by itself. Okay? So because this is y times 4.
Divided by 4.
That's right. There you go. Because it's multiplied. And we move it over, it becomes divided by 4. Instead of rewriting it, I'm going to go straight to the answer. What would y be equal to in this case then?
8.
Yeah, that's right. Y is
Yeah,
equal
you knew it.
to 8. And if you really want to check, you could tactically plug in for y the value of 8, and when you equate everything, it should equal
19.
19. Okay, but this is right. You got it right.